Hey everyone, it's Valerian with a super cool video. I have been given an exclusive sneak preview on the new familiar coming out with the Valentine's Day 2025 Sardanex event. This yearly event has been an ongoing story involving Astaroth finding love, and this year is no different. Astaroth has tried to find love for the past 2 years, once with Kaleido and once with Woodbeard, and he's been shot down both times. This new familiar is named AstaSorrow, and I wonder if that means they're gonna be emo and give up on love, or if they're gonna stay on the lookout. Let's hop in and see what Congregate has in store for us this year. Please keep in mind everything in this video is pre-release and subject to change. His description is, "Every rose has its thorn, just like every dark has its lord." AstaSorrow is a support familiar focused on reducing enemy damage and healing up your team. He takes 1 Astaroth and 20,000 gold to make once you have the schematic, so if you've grinded raid 1 a ton, you may already be able to make him. His looks incorporate Zol as well, so I think he's either going to be falling in love with Zol or trying to be more like them. Maybe Zol will help AstaSorrow with their love life, who knows? Overall, he ends up being really good for early to mid game, so if you're progressing through the tiers, he is worth farming for. Stat-wise, AstaSorrow has a typical late-game support spread of 25.3, 21.3, 48.4. He will get multiple turns in for healing, and could be a really good candidate for a per-turn brain, though when you get hit brain would also work because he has a ton of recoil skills. The built-in bonus is plus 40% healing power and overhealing converts to shields. That's really helpful on supports because you don't have to choose between healing and shielding. You just heal, and when healing is done, it automatically switches over. You might look at utilizing dual strike pumps on him as well because of the stack mechanic he uses, but Empower would also work pretty well here. Speed could even be a decent option, but it wouldn't be quite as nice as the others. Most familiars live and die by their skills, so let's go ahead and look at those. There are 2 0 SP skills. The first is called Sugar Going Down, which will root the closest enemy for 150% and recoil for 15%. Root is in a lot of these skills, and it helps to decrease the enemy damage by 3% per stack up to a 12% max, which will help keep your team alive. The second 0 SP is called Not Alright, which is a drain furthest for 75% and recoil for 7.5%. AstaSorrow can deal out some damage while also healing as needed without having to use any SP, which is great when you're trying to save up for bigger skills later on. You're not going to have to waste any SP like on some of the other early game support familiars. At 1 SP we have a skill named What You Get. You heal a target teammate for 123% and then recoil for 12%. That's a pretty strong heal which you can target onto any teammate and definitely benefits from that overheal bonus. Speaking of overhealing bonus, the 2 SP is called Foundations of Decay. AstaSorrow is going to lose 50% of its current HP, but will spread heal for 270%. The overhealing bonus comes in real clutch here, and your teammates will get shielding as well. Also, since it's 50% of your current HP, it becomes more effective the lower AstaSorrow's health is, since you lose less HP than normal. I typically don't like recoil skills, but they're looking like they could actually be really helpful. More so than you might think. Finally, the 3 SP is what every My Chemical Romance fan dreams of leading, the Black Parade. This skill will root the entire team for 225% damage and then recoil for 34%. This is effectively a team nuke that will also reduce the enemy team damage. Dual Strike can make this even more impressive, but be really careful of that recoil hitting you too hard. Might be a good skill to use right before that 2 SP. So that's AstaSorrow. What do you think? Do you think he's gonna find love this year? Do you think their emo rampage will take over all of Bitlandia? There have been quite a few fusions needing Astaroth lately, so you'll likely need to farm for more. I know I will, but we only need 1 boss instead of 2, which is great. I feel like this is one of those few offensive support familiars in the game, and it's going to be really helpful early on. And if you're earlier in the game, in my opinion, is a definite fusion worth using. What do you think? Let me know in those comments down below. And as always, if you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you want more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you out on the Sardanex grind.